Hello everyone, welcome back to Book Talk. I am Amel and what's up? I hope you guys are fine and have a great day. Stay home, stay healthy, stay safe, and let's hope that this pandemic will be over soon so we could get back to our routine normal life. The title of the book that I want to review today is The Strategy of Execution, a 5-step guide for turning vision into action. This book was written by Liz Mellon and Simon Carter. According to the contents, the book consists of 6 chapters, and I will tell a bit about what is in this book. And with this, I hope that you may gain new knowledge, get new insight, and of course, be useful for the future of yourself. I will start with the question. Do you feel difficult to turning your implementation plan to the execution? Or do you feel hard to maintain the strategy within your organization, your activities, your people in line to the execution? In fact, this book says that 90% of strategies fail to deliver their intended results. 95% of workforce says that they don't understand the company's strategy at all, and 70% fail at the execution. So how can we win the competition? The strategy provides the game plan, a way forward, a sense of direction and purpose. A good leader can scan for weak signals that can signify danger or opportunity. People tend to focus on the creation of strategy and getting the strategy right rather than how it makes the leap to reality. Most strategies are overplanned and underled. The book said that there are 5 steps to executing the strategy. First, mobilize the village. Second, gather the elders. Third, power up feeling. Fourth, energize the people. And fifth, build endurance. Number 1. What is the meaning of mobilize the village? Now we should see the top 100 of the executives. They are the most critical to the strategy execution. The block to strategy execution is not with the general workforce or middle managers, but with the top 100 in the organization. Now we, as the CEO, should make them visible to themselves and to the others. Make sure they know our vision, mission, goals, and objectives of our organizations. Communicate it clearly. The CEO needs to be credible and articulate in messages. Define what collaboration looks like in our situation, both behaviors and practices. Make them feel the real ownership for the strategy and execution, giving them a voice in shaping the strategy itself. Create the environment that less reliance on the CEO, less deference to the hierarchy, and more widespread involvement in decision-making. Remember, a good manager can get extraordinary performance out of a team, while on the contrary, a bad manager makes people quit. It's not always going to be straightforward, and not everyone will be easy to persuade. Number 2, what is the meaning of gather the elders? Elders in this book can be defined as people who are wise, experienced, understand the business process, to whom others can look for advice, guidance, or to help resolve disputes. Good followers make good leaders and vice versa. The elders face 3 challenges. First, gamification, which produce leaders who are inclined to be combative and to compete. Competing, by this I mean being smarter, faster, more dedicated, or harder working than colleagues. How to do it? There are 5 criteria: positive judgments, early career success, less time spent, strong performance, and fast. They compete to win personally more than they learn to collaborate to win as a team. Second, they're too smart and intelligent, but lack on EQ. EQ is about empathy and social insight, persuading others as an example. And EQ is about self-control, building good relationship with others. Third is not learn to influence. People need to be stretched but not overstretched. They need to collaborate for the good of the whole company and to work with their emotional intelligence to persuade equally smart people to execute the chosen strategy. Able to see and understand how do business work, how to operating the whole system, encourage organization to do aligned collaboration and pull together. We need to change the way we develop and grow people so that they are not just credible experts but also believable leaders. 4 major causes: inability to adapt, inability to build and lead a team, have problems with interpersonal relationship, failure to meet business objectives. In contrast with the openness and transparency that characterize in building, there are conspiracies, coalitions, and bilateral deals at the top. Getting mutual respect. If there is respect in the room, at least there will be a debate and give and take. Everyone will bring their expertise to problem solving and will leave the room with truly agreed upon direction and supporting actions. Being clear about the strategy, achieving consensus around tight business objectives linked to the strategy, having the challenging conversation needed to reach consensus, and instilling good governance procedure. Kept in balance. Politics will live inside the organization as a social lubricant and be kept in check through good discipline and behavior. Leadership means that you want the village to feel ownership and to take responsibility for actions. Number 3. What is the meaning of power-up feeling? Leaders need a fundamentally different skill set to execute strategy, from thinking to feeling. Formulating a strategy is intellectual work. Selling a strategy so that it gets executed is emotional work. Leaders had to be able to go with the amount of information and processes it fast in order to make decisions. Leaders need to support their decisions with at least some data. Strategy execution means change. Change is an emotional process, listening, acknowledging the anxiety, providing space and time for a conversation about trepidation and uncertainties. The more confounded we are by the change we are facing, the less able we are to listen. An important part of emotional intelligence is the ability to connect and understand your own feelings. People who show that they are open to suggestion from others get more their own ideas accepted in return. Remember, good quality conversation is critical to effective strategy execution. Your words are continually observed, dissected, and interpreted. You communicate much louder through your action than your words. To move people inside the business, we need to tune into where they are in emotional change journey, listen, and offer support. Pull them toward us through understanding their needs rather than drive them ahead of us with our logic. Help them see the link between what they are doing and its contribution to the overall vision of our organization. Ensure that people have the personal capability to execute. Change people's behavior by measuring and rewarding them for the new behaviors that you want to see by changing the performance measurement system. Number 4. What is the meaning of energize people? Make the communication is a two-way flow, connecting the top and middle and those closest to the action at the bottom. The real communication is an exchange, whether it's a change of information or data. Leaders should hear what isn't said and avoid blame through blaming someone else. Make the employees come first. There are 3 aspects in build a performance orientation. First, the performance management system. Second, is widely underused as a way of encouraging performance. Third, measure achievement, not activity. Remember, a culture of execution requires consistency and discipline. Number 5. What is the meaning of build endurance? Endurance is the ability to sustain a prolonged, stressful effort or activity. Staying on the execution is like a marathon run. Getting from point A to B is never a straight line. We need to be fit for the race, keep up the pressure 1 mile at a time, and don't lose sight of the mile counter. This book says that endurance is a resilience plus adaptability plus perseverance. Psychological resilience is an individual's capability to cope with the stress and adversity. A person's level of resilience will determine who succeeds and who fails. Adapting means being able to change and build new skills in response to new demands. There are 3 stages to build your adaptability. First, develop self-insight. Second, address your weaknesses. And third, build on your strengths. Try to take a critical look at yourself, look at your weakness and strengths, and give them a tough audit too. On the other hand, perseverance means not giving up, steady persistence toward a goal despite setbacks or obstacles. The change process had 4 stages. The first stage was to evaluate current practices. Second, analyzing the gap between the current state and the desired level of excellence in any or all of the development areas. Third, create a development plan. And last is launch the plan. Don't forget to give a formal review of initial progress in order to lay foundations for continuous improvement. I am Amel. Thank you for listening to my book talk today. See you in another session.